Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. So it would appear that things are a little bit worse than we kind of thought when it comes to Nightwish touring and when they're going to be able to do that. There's an article just released, Blabbermouth, with Kai Hahto saying that it looks like the band won't be playing for the next 2 or 3 years. Now, let's not forget all a great deal of these other members have things going on, especially Floor Jansen, but we also got WINTERSUN. I mean, and we'll go into this a little bit here because a lot of it just covers older ground we already know about, but we'll discuss some of that. Um, he says it looks like the band won't play any shows for the next 2 or 3 years. The 50-year-old Finnish-born musician touched upon Nightwish's touring plans in a new interview with Chaoszine, promoting his upcoming solo. We'll have that all linked up and all that down below. Promoting his upcoming solo concert in Helsinki. Um, on February 3rd, where he will perform songs from the bands he has played with, including Nightwish, WINTERSUN, Swallow the Sun, and AURI. Now, they asked him, is this something you plan on doing? And he's like, kind of, well, we'll play it out by ear, but I'm of the impression that if this does go over good, this will kind of be a good fill-in. And there's some other bands that I think that will help kind of. You can't really take the place of Nightwish, especially for Nightwish fans, but there are other bands out there that we haven't seen or heard from in a while that now we'll get to hear even perhaps new stuff. Um, Asked if he plans on playing more solo shows in the future, or if the Helsinki gig is just a one-off. Kai said, "I have been thinking about it, but let's play this upcoming show first, and then see if there is a demand for me to play more, which I think there will be. We will most likely be filming." The show to check out ourselves afterwards to see how it went. If it goes well, I could play a couple more during this year. It would be nice as the next Nightwish album comes out later this year to play maybe a couple of new songs from the album live, um, as well, because at the moment it looks like there won't be any new Nightwish shows in the next 2 or 3 years. Now, like I said, in the meantime, Floor's got the Paragon. She's gonna do a follow up to the first album, her first solo album. So, which we'll also have linked up down below. Well, I'll be linked up with as much as I can find or think of. Uh, but yeah, I think personally, I think that this will um go over probably perhaps a lot better than they think, especially where Nightwish um is, we'll say, out of the game for the next few years now. I had been talking with some people in the comments about you know them doing some one-offs. It felt very like strange that they wouldn't do at least a few one-offs, or even just one-off to play the album in its entirety, maybe, or I don't know. Um, but that being said, it isn't like that is like as easy as saying it. That takes a lot to that there's a lot going on in the background to get all that off the ground and be done. So I think when he says this, he's pretty sure for a few reasons, and I think it's also because other people have other projects going on, and they really don't want to pit these things against each other because people can only tour so much. Now, if you thought, if Floor, say, is touring on her Paragon album, and then all of a sudden Nightwish plans on touring. That's a lot just on Floor alone. Let alone if there's other members that have things that they're doing, projects or anything like that. So I I imagine that um that there's more than meets the eye of what's going on behind the scenes. I know they like to keep a lot of stuff close to the vest for obvious reasons and stuff, but also it's going to be really neat because this next album is going to be the part of a trilogy, um with the human to nature, and what was it, uh endless forms. That's right, I wanted to say human forms for some reason. I wanted to get it right though. um so it started with that. Now human to nature, and there's still going to be covering some of that ground, but there's going to be some newer stuff. There's always going to be, obviously there's going to be surprises that are going to be blowing Nightwish fans, and people who aren't necessarily Nightwish fans, going to be blowing minds everywhere. uh just the use of pyrotechnics is awe inspiring. So yeah. Now, in the meantime, we have Epica is touring now. Of course, all of their dates are overseas. So for us in the States, we won't be seeing any of that. But there are shows that can be seen for people that are really into these bands, and there's a lot of crossover in with these bands. So I thought I would mention that, but they got shows that are sold out. So anybody in these areas, definitely go over to their website, get on some of these shows while you still can, because we don't, you know, look, this this might not necessarily be this long. I think he's giving a roundabout, but he's also keeping in mind, there's a lot more that he knows that the rest of us don't, of what other members have going on in their lives and everything. I mean, these people have lives outside of just being Nightwish, and they have families and all that, and they have been working their asses off, even not on the road. So it's like, even though we're not personally seeing, them, or, seeing them playing shows, it doesn't mean that there's not a lot going on behind the scenes. And I think he's really just trying to be, fair about the outlook of, what can be expected, and not get people's hopes up unnecessarily, because we could all get surprised, and that would be great, you know. But I think he's trying to, really be safe with not getting people's hopes up or whatever, and really kind of being, forthcoming, and, hey, look, it might be a few more years than you thought. So, you know, look, we're going to have a release. There's going to be a lot of other stuff going on just with Kai alone. So, it isn't like we're going to be without things to discuss, to check out, to go over. I'm excited for this new album because it'll be the first time I get to experience it in real time with the rest of everybody else. Everything that I have learned about this band has always been past tense, other than breaking news or anything like that. Um, so I am psyched for that, and I was hoping to at least see some one-off shows, and that could still be in the cards, however doubtful. We can always hope. But yeah, I anybody that hadn't already seen this news, I just wanted to discuss it, and also kind of give a little bit of the bright sides of, there's a lot of other things going on that also can help make that time go by faster or fill those voids. And it isn't like these guys are just sitting around, twiddling their thumbs, looking for things to do. They're all working their butts off, and yeah, I think that we got some really cool stuff ahead of us, and I think um, Mr. Hahto here, I think he underestimates himself here with just from what I've seen and how people talk about, these other projects as well. I really, I think once he sees, like, oh, okay, let's make a few changes, but I think there could be a tour of him doing it, and that'd be cool. It'd be like those greatest hits. But I am kind of doubtful that he'd be playing new Nightwish songs. Maybe, maybe not. But it kind of seems like that wouldn't be a thing. It would be weird. But we'll see. However, unlikely it would be cool. But I hope everybody out there is having a good day. I just wanted to pull this out and talk about this. I just seen it, and I thought that we would be seeing them tour within at least 2025. I didn't know it would be looking out that far. Um, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that far, but I know there's a lot of naysayers out there that are thinking that Nightwish is coming to their end. Um, you know, um, I'm more of an in the moment person. I don't want to gloom and doom over things that might not ever come to fruition. So yeah. Uh, However good it is to be realistic, it's also, good to also be optimistic. And hopefully we still do get some one-offs, and time will tell. But there is also a lot to be had on them on the plate, and other things. So yeah, there'll still be a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things to go over, and talk about WINTERSUN. I got to get back to this band because wow. And if you haven't seen WINTERSUN, we've done a video on. We're going to be doing more. They are just go check them out. We will also have them linked up down below. Definitely. Again, I hope everybody out there is having a great day. I hope it's going as good as it possibly can be. We got tons more news, reviews, reacts, all sorts of stuff. Let me know what you think about all this. What do you, I'm still hopeful there'll be some one-offs, even though, a tour might not necessarily be happening. I know he said any live shows, but you never know. So we'll see. But we got tons of videos, tons of playlists and stuff. And if you got any suggestions of bands or anything that we should be checking out, please do leave some suggestions, because that's how we kind of been beating the algorithm and finding all these new bands. So take a look around. I guarantee you're going to find something that you never knew you needed in your life, or at least you're going to find something that, wow, this is awesome. So definitely we got some playlists that break it down. We got some playlists just go on the journey and have fun, and follow the links. If anything, just go to these bands. If you like what you see, go to these bands, share them with your friends, let everybody know, shout it from the rooftops. That's what we're trying to do. So yeah, have a great day out there, everybody. We will see you in the next one.